guys, it's the Doll Place, and today we're gonna go behind the scenes of this epic picture we took
of Moana.
Fair warning, we are currently filming this at 11:46 p.m. and I have spent the past 2 hours reading Common Sense in its entirety about 3.5 times. And I've eaten about 30 caramel apple pops.
She means lollipops, they're not like,
yeah,
the actual apple.
Which reminds me, today's sponsor is caramel apple pops.
Go get them.
Go get them, they're good.
Anyways, of course, going along with a lot of the Disney recreations that we've been doing, we want to get as many Disney recreations as we can. They're just so hard to achieve because the animation and setup is always just so pretty and takes a long time. But yeah, we wanted to continue with this. When we found out we were going to the beach for a weekend, we thought, why don't we make a Moana canoe and take a doll with us dressed as Moana?
You know what's crazy? At this point, we've built like 3 doll boats. Yeah. That's like 3 too many.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. Anyways.
We looked at different images if we wanted to like specifically recreate a scene, because that's what we've done mainly. We looked at How Far I'll Go, which that boat isn't like her iconic boat with the symbol of Te Fiti and all of that. So, I mean, we were looking at them thinking maybe we could do this, but, you know, and we looked at ones that were in the rushing water, and, you know, How Far I'll Go obviously struck us, but we were still like, we don't want to...
How far I'll go? More like how far I'll... No.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
We didn't want to make that particular boat because it's not as complex and it's just not as recognizable. And when we saw the waves sort of rushing through, we were just like, how about we just make her iconic boat, but kind of just make her sailing, like, and then just say how far.
You know, you guys don't care why we decided this one. It's just a pretty picture, and we decided to recreate it. So, we're building a boat.
So to start off, we took our Tangled I See the Light canoe, and we basically took off the edges that made it that like that curvy shape like it's supposed to be, and we removed the seats and added an American Girl box inside. And, you know, like, reduce, reuse, recycle, guys.
We are not sentimental. We will destroy any piece of cardboard that we have ever built. It will get demolished.
Except Lady of Shalott.
Yeah, I don't know why we kept that. I think it's too hard to destroy.
Well, we don't have, like, things destroyed. They're just kind of, like, we still have pieces from AG&DM in the basement. Just, like... But they're...
That sounds really weird.
Some of them are, like, really messed up, and, like, some are just, like... But, you know... This AG box, though, adds structure and support because a doll is going to be standing on this, and
by the way...
Did we mention the doll is going to be in water?
At this point, we thought the boat was going to be floating in the water.
Like, we thought we were going to go 50 feet, 25 feet out.
We literally thought that we were going to bring a cardboard boat to the water, which, of course, was a stupid idea, but we hadn't realized that yet. So we thought we were doing something very genius, and all of this was with the idea of it floating in the water.
So, to make the base of the boat, we wanted it to be very, very sturdy, given a doll is going to be on top of this. We wanted to not want to have her sink in and fall off or whatever. So, with that box that we glued in, we cut out a bunch of pieces of cardboard and made sort of like a checkerboard kind of style, so that and then laid cardboard pieces on top. I mean, they're very rough. So basically that made this like hard as could be. The whole thing is filled with cardboard so that every part of it has something holding it there. So it's just like a zigzaggy kind of pattern. Took forever. Way, way too long. A whole night. And then of course we did our typical paper mache over this to get a smooth look. And that was that.
You're a smooth.
From there, we basically took a wooden dowel and some paper, and the very, very thin wooden dowel, might I mention, and rolled up a ton of little tubes that got really thick and hard.
And they looked like taquitos.
Yeah, and they took forever to make. Later, we realized that these weren't supposed to be on top of the boat at all, and I missaw that when I was looking at the boat. I thought it was there.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Everybody has to rip off their taquitos.
Yeah, everybody gets that way.
I don't know why, I was just literally about to cry. Like, that literally brought tears to my eyes when I was saying.
So we took all of those off, but still kept them handy, and we sort of sculpted, like, the little curved part that goes to her, like, she's like a second canoe, I guess you call it. It's just like a little thing that, like, helps the boat rise and kind of, like, tips on it, like, when she does stuff.
It's just all about making a smooth journey, I guess. I don't know.
So we just used aluminum foil and rolled it into that shape and bent it, and then covered it in paper mache.
And now it's time for everyone's favorite part, our very technical blueprint drawings.
Like I said, there's like a second canoe thing. But yeah, here's what they look like. It's really
They look like eyebrows or spider legs.
Yeah. And we went to our backyard tree and we found some good giant stick things to form our sail in the shape of whatever. So we had to find a good curved one, you know, like 2 good curved ones, I'm sorry, to get that sail kind of.
What's with the feet?
I don't know why I have my feet in here. This is weird. Ew.
Ew. Wait, is that my hand? Is that a hand?
I don't know. Look at her ugly rug right here.
Yeah, we replaced that rug.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to that rug. It was disgusting.
Okay, so from here, we wanted to get a smooth plank surface now, rather than the rods that we had lined up and all that. So we thought, like, let's just use some cardboard, get, like, those wood planks and stuff. And the thing is that she has, like, a level up from the base of her boat, and there's an area she sits, and she has, like, this part at the top. So we used cardboard and some old blinds we found in our basement to be, like, the planks. Could have just used cardboard, but I found that, and I was just like, okay. And it was really, they're hard and plastic and good, so, like, that made, like, a separate platform for her to stand on.
Art is everywhere, okay? Old blinds, more like the deck of a boat. You gotta start thinking. You gotta start thinking, using that big girl brain of yours and seeing art everywhere.
So, we did basically the same thing with cardboard and glue and paper mache and the blinds to make the second little canoe thing here. And we drilled a hole into the top base, and then we made a following hole in the little one. So basically we would stab it in, and then stab it in, and glue it like crazy. So that was, like, our basic idea. And we used an actual drill, as you guys can see. It's lovely. And this is what I mean. It just, like, attaches it. It's not very sturdy, though. Here's all of them. They're not very sturdy. Like, if you lift up the boat, that other thing is kind of going to flop around. It's foil.
Oh, most certainly.
Yeah, it's foil. But anyway, we used those tubes that we'd made because we found out where they really go, which we had to make more for this, too. To make the sort of...
Taquito.
To make that pattern of, like...
Taquitos.
Yeah, like the little this way, that way, this way, that way, kind of whatever I'm saying.
I don't know where you're going with that. You sound like you were about to rap or something.
So if you guys can see the top here, we have the basic boat construction, and it's looking good.
So here is the boat, and as you can see, it's looking hot. It's looking good. So yeah.
We made this little back handlebar thingy that we attached with the drill, and this is from the blind pieces and the another tube. So yeah, we have this. We drew a little hole of where our
main little flag pole thing is gonna go, and yeah, here's the hole.
Let's get drilling.
It's time to dig in to the boat, whenever. There we go, there's the hole. There she blows.
So, next we took this, we ended up using, like, this bamboo piece, as, like, a base, but we kind of, like, added things, like, it was weird.
What the heck was that?
What? That?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, why did my voice do that? I like screamed.
I hope you caught that.
I screamed when I saw
That
it.
was weird.
Okay, but we used a bamboo thing that we had like for decoration, and we paper mache'd around that, then attached another tube and the
I'm surprised we have
sticks to that, and did everything together to get a really, really, really tall pole. Like this thing. You guys see our organizers right there, and they go up like 6 feet. It's about there.
I'm honestly just surprised that we haven't seen a Baja in the footage yet.
Yeah, I know. Usually those make a cameo.
Really weird. We'll see.
We attached that little stick well, not little. Those sticks that we
God.
found.
That looks like...
This was taken at like 2 a.m.
That looks like a horror movie.
Yeah. We attached those, and we took twine and wrapped it around and around and around.
Anyways, then we got a fabric quarter, and this is for the sail.
You guys can see all the detail of the twine and the little handlebar thing.
So then we stuck that booger on there with some twine arui.
We put holes in the fabric and then tied like around. Like we actually did it the real deal, guys. I don't know why we did that, but we did. Her sail is
like a creamy. Beigey.
It almost looks yellow in some light.
Yeah.
So that was our next thing was, I think. So basically we're going to draw the little symbol thing on, and we're just going to paint this like straight on. We ain't hesitating. We're just painting this fabric.
There's a Baja.
Oh my god, there's the Baja cameo. Okay, so there is the Tafiti sign, her canoe sign, whatever. And
ooh, another Baja.
Yeah, another Baja Blast, guys. We kind of made this yellowish tone.
Whoa, your palette thing looks like
a
Starry
mess.
Night.
Yeah, I think
it looks like Starry Night.
That was the residue from I Won't Say I'm in Love. That was from I Won't Say I'm in Love, guys. Look, that was I Won't Say I'm in Love.
It's like Van Gogh.
Like after many cleanings of I Won't Say I'm in Love, which guys, that photo that was a mural. That was. Anyways, we painted it on and then painted the little red part, and we kind of did some shading here.
Look at that disgusting carpet. Does it need to be replaced? Yeah, because we replaced it.
And then we started to paint the boat itself with like a wood color, you know, whatever. And it was looking really, really cool.
Another Baja.
We painted all of these little things we got, and
things were just really just starting to come together. We could see the light at the end of the tunnel. Our doll was going to float on the ocean. It was just amazing.
Now, we ended up adding a blind board under the canoe, the second canoe, to the little canoe, to the big canoe under it, so that when you lift it up, they're still intact. Next thing was our twine, and this was all for decoration to tie around the little crisscross areas of the sticks. You guys can see like there's little X's now, and I really did tie those around and just do all that. And then we put twine on the sail at the top and hooked it to a little binder clip at the end, and had one that stands free and one that she can hold. And this actually did help us pose the sail the way we wanted, and like things like that. But yeah, this is just, that was a binder clip that we like engraved inside the boat.
Engraved?
I don't know what word I'm looking for here. But you guys can see this looks like Moana's boat, and it is complete at this point. And guys, there is the finished Moana canoe, and it's huge. It's huge. If I could even explain to you how big this thing was.
It's bigger than what you can even imagine.
So it looks great. You guys can see it. Okay.
So now here's the next problem. The next problem is, well, we're not going to get there yet, but as you can see, it's massive. We have a tiny little trunk. And
there's this extension to the second canoe that's very long. This is pretty long.
Okay, we're just not going to talk about it right now, because right now we're going to choose... Ow, there's caramel on my tooth. We're going to choose who will be Moana.
Alright guys, the next decision was up to finding out who was going to be Moana. We had Cleo, which is a number 44, and then we had Flora, which is an Anea doll. Now,
this was harder than you might think, because we're like, do we go with Nanea?
There's the outfit, by the way.
Who has I would say Linnea has probably more similar facial features to Moana,
but her hair
is not there, and Cleo has the hair, but not the face. It was very difficult, guys.
But we ended up choosing Cleo because we wanted that look of that hair being all wet and curly, and
I feel like the hair is the most important part. And
I mean, Cleo,
she has brown eyes.
She has the right kind of skin tone.
And she has the right skin tone. So we went with that.
I am Moana.
Shut up. You think you really something?
No.
You think you really?
No, I wasn't trying there. I promise.
I am Moana.
So we have this Moana outfit, and I made this necklace a long time ago when I got it. And, you know, that's adds an extra detail. And we thought the look of, like I said, is just her hair being kind of back a little bit in that position. Because Moana doesn't really have a part in her hair. She does, but it kind of just wants to lay, like, crazy wet, you know? Like, it's just...
What?
I don't know. This made her look like Moana when you started to, like, pull it back. So we pinned it in certain areas. You guys can see what I mean when it's pulled back like that.
Yes, okay, so we understand that. So anyways.
That looks like the picture of her when she's holding the shell right there.
Yes, okay, so we get it.
So we got that Cleo looked
like
so
we get
Moana.
It. Okay, so we got it. So,
wait.
Okay, so here she is on the boat, looking good, looking hot, looking spectacular.
You guys may be wondering how she is physically posed like that. There is a paper towel like holder thing that we have used it's been through many things. AG&DM, guys, ice skating photos, all of that. The crazy poses that dolls cannot physically hold are done with this paper towel holder. And
highly recommend. Go out and buy one. You need one.
You just shove it up your doll's butt. It's that simple.
It's seriously that easy. It's stinking. Doesn't even hurt them. But they can't talk, so we don't know that for sure. But I'm assuming it doesn't hurt them. Just because they're always smiling. And they would probably... I don't know, grimace in pain if it hurt, so.
We just tied this down with a bunch of twine. And we tied this down with wire, which made it stay on there for sure. And I did it twisted every way so that it would not fall off because this doll could not fall into the ocean. We also made a paddle, just by the way. If you guys see something in her hand, we did make a paddle for her.
Anyways, here is where we promptly had a mental breakdown at about midnight. The night before we were supposed to go to the beach because it didn't fit in the trunk, but then it did.
And it was being crushed and stuff. So we separated the tiny canoe and we took off the sail and we were able to smush it in and it was crazy.
So yeah, we got into the car and then here's a picture of me taking a picture of Paige taking a picture. You know what I mean? Anyways.
She's taking a picture of me taking a picture of Cleo.
Even though the money shot, which is right here, which the waves, like... Oh, by the way, we didn't put her in the water because we realized how stupid that would be.
She was on the shore.
Yeah, so she was on the shore.
With water that would come under the boat.
So I got the money shot with the splashing splash splash. That was by me, but I mean, I don't really want it. It was a mutual effort. Everyone was involved, but including my pregnant sister-in-law and my brother. So
thanks to them, shout out to them for blocking the sun because the sun was really direct on her face. So thank you.
And yeah, we got these beautiful pictures.
And yeah, I mean, they definitely look like Moana sailing out in the ocean and, you know, whatever.
Yeah. And it's just crazy that we actually got the water, like, splashing up on it.
And her poses are great. That's what we wanted to achieve in general when we went out into the actual ocean, is we wanted, like, a wave and, like, but, like...
That would be stupid, and we realized how stupid that would be, things, but...
It looks like she is in the ocean, is the thing.
Yeah.
She was on the shore, and I was just sitting there waiting for the tide to get high enough to hit the boat, and I knew the whole thing would probably start to, like, get soggy at that point, but I knew, like, that moment would be...
Yeah, so that picture...
we were just waiting for the wave.
So that picture that I took, where the wave splashes on it, was probably like, the last picture we took, because the boat just couldn't take it anymore. But it turned out to be one of the best ones. So, I guess the moral of the story is, sometimes you think really stupid things, but those stupid things make really smart things somehow. So, keep thinking stupid things, keep being stupid, explore your stupidity, embrace your stupidity, and when you become stupid, that's when you are truly wise. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Goodbye.
And be sure to make things that are not bigger than an entire car trunk with the passenger seat folded forward. Make sure that you separate them into smaller pieces, or don't make them that big, because this thing was huge. I mean, it was huge. By the way, we had to hike down a cliff with this.
Okay, but we're not gonna get into that because, like, that was just traumatic. It was a traumatic
We had
experience,
to go down the entire
but also
cliff.
that was, like, the first day I had Krispy Kreme, and guys, it was really good. But,
we almost fell down the cliff with the doll and the boat, and it was just, you had to, like, slide. I don't know why that beach is allowed to have that, but, like, you could have fallen off, and it was hard, because this boat was heavy. Okay.
Anyways, love you guys.
Sayonara.
I love it when you
Aloha.
Uh-huh.
Aloha means goodbye and hello.